Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan and Caitlin Clark have something big in common. They are both incredibly marketable, and whatever they touch seems to succeed. Now, they share something even more unique. They are the only two athletes in history to land a certain deal that's making headlines. Some call it a game changer, while others see it as a controversy in the WNBA. Here's the full story on why this deal is stirring up so much debate. Don't miss it.
On the record, say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Ever? Well, I don't know about you. You ever heard of Cheryl Miller?
Ever.
Maya Moore?
I said what I said. Ever.
Diana Taurasi?
I said what I said.
Know that feeling when you're watching something and just know it's going to change everything? That's exactly what happened when Wilson signed Caitlin Clark. For a moment, it felt like the entire basketball world held its breath, wondering if this was the start of something huge. You might think, what's the big deal? Players sign deals all the time. But Wilson took a bold risk with Caitlin Clark, something they've only ever done with one other player, Michael Jordan.
Today, Wilson unveiled Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball.
Here's where it gets even crazier. Wilson released Caitlin Clark's first basketball. You might be thinking, okay, cool, a new basketball. What's the big deal?
Wilson dropped the first Clark-inspired basketball. It sold out in under 40 minutes. Tens of thousands of basketballs snapped up almost.
Did you catch that? It's incredible. Clark's basketball sold out in minutes. And we're not talking about a few hundred here. We're talking tens of thousands, gone in the blink of an eye. It's the kind of hype you'd expect for the latest tech gadgets or limited edition sneaker drops.
I don't know that I can name an athlete in recent memory that is sold at this level. And there's the key, folks. Caitlin Clark moves products. Caitlin Clark moves merch.
Where it gets really interesting, these aren't just ordinary basketballs. Wilson created something truly special. Each ball in Caitlin Clark's collection is a work of art, celebrating her incredible college career. Imagine a sleek white and gold design with laser-engraved details that showcase Clark's most iconic moments. It's like holding a piece of basketball history in your hands.
The collection is called the Limitless Series and features 3 basketballs, all with unique designs celebrating.
It's not just one ball, there's an entire collection. You've got the Freya ball, the Record Breaker ball, and the Crowd Maestro ball. Each one tells a different part of Caitlin Clark's story. It's like Wilson captured all the excitement and energy of her game and packed it into these basketballs.
To Sports Pro, Caitlin Clark is the 4th most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
Why did Wilson go all in on Caitlin Clark like this? It's not just about her incredible skills on the court, though those are undeniably next level. Wilson sees Clark as something bigger, a cultural icon who's redefining the game. Don't just take my word for it. Here's what Amanda Lamb, Wilson's head of global brand, had to say. Caitlin Clark is not just a record-setting athlete but a cultural icon who has had a profound impact on the game. High praise, right? But there's more. Clark isn't stopping with Wilson. She's also teamed up with HYV, a $15 billion business giant. Why? HYV recognized her marketability, saw how she moves products, and knew they had to be part of her growing empire.
Calling all Caitlin Clark fans, 2 new limited edition basketballs are now available at select Hy-Vee stores. The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time with the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee locations.
You guessed it, more basketballs. HYV is releasing 2 new designs, the Tribute Ball and the Dreamer Ball. It's like Caitlin Clark is taking over the basketball world, one ball at a time.
Here, they just had this go, and this is the Hy-Vee Instagram account. Again, Wilson, Caitlin Clark, really smart, very cool video, lots of smiling faces.
Talk about why this is such a big deal. Wilson has been the official game ball supplier for the NBA for years, and they took over the WNBA contract in 2020. Now, they are betting big on Caitlin Clark to be the face of their brand in women's basketball. This isn't just a small endorsement deal. This is Wilson saying, we believe in Caitlin Clark, and we think she's the future of the game.
They're ready to go. They're waiting for the clock to tick down. That is Caitlin Clark, folks. That is Caitlin Clark and her fandom. And Wilson completely understood it and embraced it.
The part that's really blowing people's minds. This kind of deal is usually reserved for the biggest names in sports. We're talking LeBron James, Serena Williams, that level of stardom. And now, Caitlin Clark is right up there with them. It's not just a game changer for Clark, it's redefining women's sports marketing as a whole.
Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. Two of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
How often do you see women's sports getting this kind of attention and investment? It's like Caitlin Clark is single-handedly proving what women athletes can achieve, not just on the court, but in the business world too. She's opening doors that have been closed for far too long.
So that shows where Clark is in the zeitgeist already.
Caitlin Clark's crushing it with Wilson and HYV, but what about that other giant in her corner, Nike? The $28 million deal should be a slam dunk, right? Instead, it's looking more like a missed layup. What's going on with the swoosh that's got fans fired up? Let's rewind the tape. Nike signs Caitlin Clark to this massive $28 million deal, and you'd think they'd be plastering her face on every billboard from here to Mars. But instead, crickets. Seriously, it's so quiet you could hear a basketball drop.
And her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes. It is
Come on, give Nike a break. These things take time. But here's where it gets wild. While Clark's fans are waiting and waiting and waiting for some Nike gear to rock, other Nike athletes are living it up. Oh yes, it's surprising, isn't it? Paige Booker, the college star, landed her own signature shoe faster than you can say three-pointer. So what's the deal with Clark? The internet's buzzing like a beehive that just got knocked over. Fans are so frustrated, they are practically yelling at their screens. They are all asking the same thing. Is Nike dropping the ball with their biggest star? I mean, can you believe it? Clark's popularity is through the roof, and Nike's just sitting on the bench. But wait, it gets even crazier. Clark's jersey sales are skyrocketing like she just hit a game-winning shot. We're talking a 500% increase. That's not a typo. 500% would be all over that, pumping out jerseys faster than Clark can sink free throws. But from Nike, still nothing. Nada. Zip. A recent story even claimed Nike prioritized A.A. Wilson's shoes over Caitlin Clark's, but that doesn't add up in terms of marketability. Caitlin Clark easily outshines A.A. Wilson. Nike playing the long game here? Are they gearing up for an epic, never-before-seen marketing blitz? Maybe. But even if they are, some are starting to question if it's too little, too late. Each day without Caitlin Clark's signature shoe or a standout campaign is another day that Wilson and HY